Hi, and welcome to the next proactive cap detection video. There's something I need to tell you before going into a demo. In the previous video, I showed you the following slide. Proactive cap detection is performed on all trended parameters for which a forbidden threshold can be extracted. Okay, and I wasn't really lying at the time, but things have changed. And in recent versions, we've made it possible to configure whether or not proactive cap detection runs on a specific parameter level. So I decided to make a video to go a little bit more in depth on how you can configure on which parameters proactive cap detection is running. All right. So by default, indeed, proactive cap detection will run on all trended numeric parameters that have a forbidden threshold. What I didn't mention before is that we're not running it on partial tables. The reason is that partial tables are typically very big tables consisting of multiple pages, and you probably don't want us to make a proactive cap detection model for every little cell in that table. Yeah. Now, this is the default behavior. Since version 10.4.8, 10.5.0, we've added a second default option. You can find this setting in the System Center on the usual place where you find all of our configuration options. Here, under proactive cap detection, we've added this second default behavior. If it's set to true, then okay, it's like I described here. But if you set it to false, then this means that we will not run proactive cap detection anywhere. So we will not run it on any parameter. Yeah. Now, you may wonder why that's interesting, right? Or how this differs from simply disabling the feature altogether. Well, the difference lies in the fact that you can now configure whether or not proactive cap detection runs on a specific parameter, and this will override the default configuration. Let me show you how. If you look at the trend template of some protocol, then typically you only had two columns, real-time trending and average trending. However, in 10.5.0, we've added three additional columns, and you can visualize these by clicking the settings icon and then selecting Allow Augmented Operations Configuration. Now, the first and the third column, Tobe is going to discuss those in future videos. So let me focus on the proactive alarms column. Here, the system default is currently selected, which means that we just follow either this default or the fact that we don't monitor anything. But maybe we want to have a different behavior. For example, maybe we're not running proactive cap detection anywhere, so this is set to false, but we do want to run it for the cache utilization 1 parameter. Well, we can then override this default behavior by simply setting this to on right here. Okay. Similarly, maybe our default configuration is this, that we're running proactive cap detection on all parameters. Well, we can then decide to switch this off by going to the trend template and switch it off right here. And then proactive cap detection will not run for the cache utilization parameter. Okay, so what's the difference between setting this to false and this to false? Well, if you disable the feature, then there will be no proactive cap detection anywhere, despite whatever you want to configure here in your trend template. If you set this to false, then there will also not be any proactive cap detection unless you specifically switch it on for this parameter. All right, I hope that was clear, and I'm inviting you now to join me in the next video where we'll be showing how proactive cap detection works on a real system. All right, see you in a minute.